Hey everybody, welcome to my Q&A. So every Thursday I do this. Leave your questions below and I will do my best to answer as many as possible next Thursday. So let's get started. Woo! So guy like Ty asks, is your van insulated? Yes, very much so. You can see my video where I go in depth talking about how I insulated it in the top right corner or in the description. Newbie 1890 asks, have you ever picked up a hitchhiker? I only ask because I'm doing it soon. No, I have not. I saw a movie about Ted Bundy, and I have no interest in hitchhikers since I've seen that. It's just I don't know. It's probably paranoid. There's probably plenty of like really cool people out there hitchhiking, but it's not worth the risk to me. Getting robbed does not sound fun, and even just like picking up some like sexual pervert or something. You know what I mean? Like it just doesn't appeal to me. ND Nomad, this is kind of a long one, but I'm gonna run through it because it's all important. Says depression, anxiety are two very different things. I agree. I also have suffered from both. I feel as though I've beaten the depression, but my anxiety is still present at irregular times. Take for instance tonight. Ever since I got home for the night, I'm zoning out, feeling like I'm guilty of doing something bad or I did something wrong, and someone is angry with me. But for the life of me, I don't recall anything wrong. I can tell myself over and over I'm not in trouble, no one is mad at me, and I did nothing wrong, but I can't shake it. Sometimes I sleep it off, sometimes it takes days. It's something I cannot shut off. Do you ever experience anxiety like this, and did you beat it separately from beating depression, or did you beat them both at the same time? Thanks for another Q&A. Okay, first of all, yeah, I agree. Depression and anxiety are two separate things. Depression is past, and anxiety is imaginary, present, and future. I say imaginary because you have to use your mind to create anxiety. It doesn't just happen. Well, there are different kinds. Anxiety can be created from diet or the way you're labeling the present moment or the possible future. There's probably other things that can create anxiety too. I'm not sold on the whole biological thing. There's like just anxiety, just your body just creating anxiety for no reason. I haven't seen enough proof of that to be something that I'll consider real yet. As far as what you're describing, you talk about feeling guilty and not being able to shake. That sounds like shame, man. That doesn't sound like anxiety. Anxiety is, oh my God, what if this happens? Or, oh my God, something bad's going to happen and I don't know what. That's anxiety. Or what if this happens? Or what if they think this? It sounds like you have shame, dude. I've experienced a bit of that too. That comes from like childhood stuff, man. Like, on my healing, I'll tell you this, on my healing journey, there have been times where I have felt just terrible, just sad and depressed and shameful for no reason. And I think that is the body's way of getting rid of all these old emotions that you've been carrying on to. You're obviously very aware of yourself and your emotions and what you're going through. A lot of people don't have that, so props for getting to that point. Yeah, only you can answer this. Really, this is something that only you can answer. But I can tell you that I've gone through similar things, and for me, it was just old stagnant emotions that were trapped in my body that had to be let go of. And the only way you can get rid of shame is love and acceptance. So if this is shame that you're feeling, love and accept yourself. Love and accept the way you feel, even if it's really uncomfortable like this. Just really nurture yourself. And it may be helpful if you're a visual person to use your imagination and go back in time to when you were a little kid and give your child self a hug and say you love it and you'll protect it and honor it and do something like that. That kind of thing has been very helpful to a lot of people, including myself. So I can't really give you a direct, quick answer. Only really you can do that, and that's the beauty of this whole thing, is that all the answers are inside of us, and all we have to do is uncover them. So I hope that helps guide you towards your finding your answer for yourself. Zeke Blackwell asks, "Are you signed up with Patreon?" Yes, but I haven't finalized the perks yet and like the amounts and stuff, which I'm hopefully gonna finally finish tonight. It's taken a lot of consideration and a lot of thinking to get this thing set up. There's a lot involved. I'm probably overthinking it like I usually do, but overthinking is not always a bad thing. So yes, I have, and I will be unveiling it or whatever very soon. Devario, that's really close to Dave Navarro. Devario, Dave Avario, asks, "Do you have a budget of how many miles per week you will travel?" No, I don't. I don't really have like a tight. I probably should. It would probably be really smart. I probably wouldn't be in the situation where I'm out of money all the time if I did. But no, I really don't have a structured budget at all. Your next question is, do you have a loose plan of how you move around the country? Absolutely. Yeah, really loose. Like actually almost non-existent. I know that I want to get to New Orleans. The whole point of this trip originally was just to get to New Orleans. And it started when I was on my motorcycle. And then I got the van and I was like, okay, I'm going to go to New Orleans. And then I was like, oh, I'll stop by Nashville for a while and try to become a rock star and see how that works out. If that doesn't work out, then I'll go to New Orleans. And then I kind of skipped going to New Orleans because it was really, really hot. And so I headed north and I went all the way up to Portland, Maine, and then down to Salem, Massachusetts. And I stayed there. I worked in a haunted house for a while. And then I got down here to the Keys. But yeah, it's still, I'm trying to get to New Orleans. And then I think I might slowly head to Southern California because I've never been to Southern California and it seems pretty cool. I've always not wanted to go to LA, but I think I want to go there. But really everywhere in between is just, I'll just figure it out as I go. There's definitely no, I'm going to take this road and then this road and then this road. No way, man. It's just go in that direction and just eventually get there. I use Google Maps for the main stuff, especially if I'm really low on money and I know I need to work in the next town or something. Then I do it that way, but otherwise it's really loose. Really loose. Loosey-goosey. Your next question is, what factors play into the plan? Weather, holidays with family. Weather, yeah, definitely. As I said, I was going to go to New Orleans, but I shot north to Portland, Maine instead. Because of the weather, it was just too hot, man. I don't have AC or a generator or anything, so yeah, weather's definitely a big part. Mainly temperature. Rain I can handle, but too hot, man. Or even too cold. Like, I think it's like freezing up in the Northeast now. Snow and stuff. I'm not into that. As far as holidays with family, no, not really. All my family's on the West Coast. I'm only really close to my immediate family, and holidays are just kind of another day kind of thing. Nigel Seraphin, I'm sorry. May I ask your name? Yeah, it's Jed. Chris Richardson asks, from England, wow, all the way across the pond, how long do you plan to live this lifestyle? This is a really hard question to answer for a bunch of reasons. One of them is that I'm a different person than I was even like a year ago. I've just like in the last really the last 2 years, I've just grown so much and changed so much that it's like almost like I'm a different person. So, and I plan to continue that. So in another 2 years, I don't know where I'll be, and I don't want to like set myself up to be stuck in any situation, man. But it feels great right now. I can tell you that I plan on traveling the world and being a full-time traveler. That is my absolute goal. And I don't know if I'll be able to do that in a van everywhere. I definitely want to build a van and do a road trip all the way around Australia. And I don't know how that would work in Europe. If I could figure out a way to get a van and travel Europe that way, that would be freaking awesome, man. That would be so cool. Probably Asia too. I mean, I want to go to every continent at least, and try to go to like almost every country. I mean, obviously like North Korea is probably, well, I shouldn't limit myself actually. That might not be off limits. It would be kind of cool to like see that and see what it's really like for myself, you know? But yeah, man, I mean, it feels great right now. I absolutely love living in a van. As far as like 10 years, 20 years, I don't know, man. I hope by that time I'm traveling the world full time and just adventuring every day. That's my goal, is to adventure every single day, worldwide, no limits, just living life the way I want to live it. So I hope that's an adequate response. Nicholas Casaletto, is that how you pronounce your name? Ask, has the smallness of your van affected the physical way you live? I'm curious about things like getting dressed, sitting in bed, cooking, general relaxing, watching TV. I love the idea of van life, but I'm 6'5", and one of the things I'm worried about is feeling limited or uncomfortable in such a tiny space. How do you go about daily life in your van, and how do you feel comfortable doing it? Well, you can see the thing with this lens is it makes everything look a little bigger and a little wider, but I'm only 5'7" and 130 pounds. I'm a really small dude. I got nothing on your 6'5". So definitely don't get an Astro van. This bed is, if you've watched my van build series, and I'll link that in the card section too, to start with number 1 and go all the way through them. You can see that I built this bed on top of the wheel well. So this is, and it's a 6-inch mattress. And I'm sitting up, and my head is touching, that kind of hurt, why did I do that? Touching the ceiling. It doesn't bother me at all. To get dressed, I lay sideways. I put my pants on this way, and I pull them up and do all that. That's not a big deal. I don't feel like that hinders me at all. You can see my head's hitting this thing, and I've gotten used to it, and it's not an issue at all. You know what I really feel like? I feel like this is like a tree fort. Like, you know when you were a kid? I'm sure I'm not the only one that did this. I'm sure you guys did this too. Okay, so I had this like a kitchen table, and I would put like sheets over it and blankets and pillows. I'd make like a blanket fort thing. Like, it feels like that, or like a tree fort. And it's so cool because everything is within reach. When I get up in the morning, and it's cold, I don't have to get out of bed. All my clothes are right here. And like if I get hungry in the middle of the night, I don't even have to get out of the covers. My fridge is right there. You're sitting on top of it right now. And like water is just always right here. Everything is just right here, and everything's within reach, and I love it. And if I need to stretch out and I need to get like moving and like totally like moving around, I go outside, man. I've got the whole world out there. It's awesome. So I definitely don't feel limited in here. I love it. I love having everything close. Man, at night, if I come up with some just brilliant, magnificent idea, I've got my notebook like just right. Well, I guess you could have that everywhere. That's not really a good example. But the point is that everything is really close proximity. I don't feel cramped at all. And I'm in a tiny little van. I think it's like one of the smallest vans you get. I mean, like a full-on like minivan, like front-wheel drive kind of thing would be smaller. But this is like the smallest like cargo-type van you can get. And it's not even a high top. And I feel great in this thing. I love it. So, no, I don't feel limited at all. At 6'5", like I said, do not get an Astro van. You will feel cramped. Get a high top. I don't know what kind of vans you're into, but get a high top. If it's in your budget, probably try to get like a Sprinter or a ProMaster, one of those like factory like super high top vans, because those things are actually like 6 feet tall. Or get like a super high top like an ambulance or something. But as far as feeling cramped, man, I guess that's really like a personal thing. I love it though. I absolutely love it. Everything, man. All my food is right here. It's like, this thing is so awesome. No, I don't feel limited or cramped at all. I look like I'm cramped because my head's touching the ceiling and I have to bend over and stuff. But I like it, man. It's like a snake, dude. Like, snakes like to be like up and close and like cuddly, But yeah. So I'm kind of rambling now, but thank you guys so much for everything, all your support and wonderful comments and views and likes and everything else. Love yourself, and